Hi guys, let's get into season 19, episode 11 of Sister Wives. The episode is called The 11th Hour. In this episode, Kody sobs in Meri's arms and says he'll walk her down the aisle when she gets married. Robyn acts super awkward and also cries real tears, and Janelle and David finally meet. The episode starts at Christine and David's new big house, and the very first line of the show is David saying, "Who puts marshmallows on their pizza?" David is not camera shy whatsoever, and he and Christine do not give a rat's you-know-what the kids think about their relationship. But they still have to tell him what's going on, keep him, updated with the speed of how things are going. So they gathered their kids to announce their quick engagement in Moab. Christine is aware that some of her kids think this is all happening too fast type of thing, but she says it's our lives, not theirs. And because Isabel is extra sensitive about the whole thing, Christine told her she was engaged before the party because her reaction could have probably been terrible. She shows them the video from Moab, and Peyton gives this big reaction "Oh my gosh, you guys are engaged? What?" He's really thinking, engaged, really? It's been 2 days. I just met the guy. Aspen says she sees how happy her mom is with David, and that makes her realize how unhappy she was with their dad. And now the moving truck is ready at Meri's house, and Kody will be repaying for their marriage by moving her out to Utah and doing some heavy lifting. Nathan, Meri's brother-in-law and Kody's BFF, is there as well as a buffer. Once again, they both love Nathan, and so far he's a very decent buffer wingman situation. Meri immediately reminds both of them that she has a bomb to drop today because it's actually Kody and Meri's anniversary, and she's wearing a shirt that says, "I saw that, karma," because she says karma is a bitch. It's some shade, she had to have some humorous shade. She says that she feels almost like it's the universe orchestrating that coincidence that it's their anniversary. Kody is helping her disassemble the bed that they once shared. I mean, not for years, but they bought it together in Vegas and at one point did. Meri says, "I'm not going to be single and bring the guy to that bed," in her singlehood, basically. So yeah, I have to say, the whole thing with beds, Christine got rid of her bed, Meri's getting rid of her bed too. Then something really awkward happens. Meri moves the stationary bike into the truck with Nathan, and Meri backs right into Kody's lap. This is probably the closest they've been in years. And it's possible Nathan kind of nudged the bike over to make that happen. So Kody realizes that and kind of laughs and tells Nathan, "I'm going to punch you in the mouth." Kody says, "Meri and I have not been in that situation for 8 or 9 years. They both laugh about it, and Kody says it was funny but so wrong at the same time. Meanwhile, Robyn is getting ready to make the most awkward entrance ever, so stay tuned for that. But first, Janelle comes over to visit Christine, and they're going to reconnect on all the news. First things first, Janelle spills the beans about her buying land in North Carolina with Maddie. This is what I think became her flower farm or whatever. She then goes in about how she met with Meri to warn her to be proactive about Coyote Pass and to make sure she gets her share. And Janelle says it was just a weird conversation. She says she thought it was weird that Meri thought Janelle controlled the family money, but it was really Kody. Janelle says Kody is trying to pin the financial stuff on me, but all I did was drink a whole bottle of wine and record everything to send off to the accountants. Maybe that should be on her new shirts. Just drank a bottle of wine and did the taxes. Really? Back to moving with Meri and Kody. Kody says that today, Meri's like the woman he knew he kind of liked to be married to. Kody tells her she's the favorite wife, the favorite divorced wife. And Meri's like, "I knew I was going to be the favorite at one point." She is eating this up. This is a recurring thing. They mention it like 8 times in this episode, so obviously they wanted that to air. Meri is so excited to be the favorite ex-wife. Like, it actually means something. They're laughing, they're having so much fun here, but to probably be a buzzkill, Robyn is pulling in her SUV, and that probably Meri had some hand in paying for somehow. She walks in with her little gift bag that looks like it's for like a girl's baby shower or something, and even Kody doesn't understand why Robyn is so heartbroken about all this. By the way, Meri's been texting Robyn to hang out, and crickets, so what is this? She takes Meri's hand and can't even make it to the front entrance. She starts to cry uncontrollably. They were having so much fun a moment ago with the stationary bike and the innuendos. Robyn is just a total wet blanket when she shows up awkwardly. Christine in her confessional says that she's seen Robyn manipulate Meri for years and it's been frustrating. Meri says Robyn will have to deal with her sadness by herself. And as Robyn leaves, a sad exit, Meri says, "We have phones." And even in the car, Robyn records herself super close to her face so we can see the actual visible tears. Like, give me a break. This is, in my opinion, probably to prove to the haters who say she doesn't cry real tears. Well, there you have it. She's crying real tears. So those people can stop with that. But Meri needs to figure out what to do with one very important thing, the family mission statement that she still has somehow, something they spent like forever making as a family. They admit that it failed, it did not work, no matter how well-intentioned and inspired they were about the whole thing. So Meri wonders, should I burn it? And finally, Janelle and David meet. They have an awkward handshake, and David says, he's like, "What does that mean she's your sister wife? Because I'm a one-man, one-woman man," or whatever. Christine makes David show his tattoos, and Janelle is saying what every bestie would say, "Oh, he's a great guy for Christine," and all that. And now it's finally time for Kody to wrap up the moving in Utah. Kody calls Meri bossy in front of everyone, and Meri says, "Hey, if I want something done a certain way, I'm usually right." Meri's like excited she's the favorite wife. She just has to tell Jen. She's telling everyone. She's telling the world. Jen is like, "Y'all with the polygamy humor?" And Kody confirms like, "Yeah, she's the favorite ex-wife." Meri's wearing that like a badge of honor this episode. And now Kody and Nathan are leaving and it gets a little tense. This is probably the final goodbye. He helped Meri move out, and God knows when they're going to see each other again. Kody cries and says, "Meri, this is the end of an era." He says that they really had something and that it all went to trash, basically, and that he's happy that they've figured it all out, and he just keeps crying. And he says he's mourning the loss of the family. Anyways, Nathan and Jen can't wait for this to end. They don't know where to look at this point. Meri does not understand where all this is coming from. And then Kody randomly says, "If you marry again, I won't be weird about it." Jen says from the other side of the room, "Would you be the flower girl?" He says, "No, I'll walk her down the aisle." Okay, Meri, do not do that. I know you're the favorite ex-wife, but do not let Kody walk you down the aisle. Then he just sobs in her arms like a little boy. So it's all come down to this. Kody, who over and over has said degrading things about his relationship with Meri, how he married the wrong person or God knows what, and like almost like she was the least favorite of all time, now is doing a 180 when it's a little too late. It's a little too late for this. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 11, The 11th Hour. A true reference to Kody in the 11th hour, showing some type of emotion towards Meri that we were waiting for years. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.